Guys, please pardon my cracked voice. Please, what am I hearing? I don't know if you're just seeing this on my channel or you've seen this before. I don't know. Let me know. What am I hearing that uh, an ICE agent actually arrested another ICE agent? I don't know if you guys are getting it. An ICE agent arrested another ICE agent. Let me make it clear so that you guys can literally understand. An Hispanic ICE agent arrested another Hispanic ICE agent. Unknowing to him. Even when the ICE agent actually showed him the ID card and so on and so forth, I'm just going to like roll out the clip so that you guys can see what actually transpired. This is becoming funny, honestly. This is when I can typically say enemies against enemies or eyes against eyes. I don't know what to say, but let me know if this is the first time you're watching this. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clip and stitches you see in our today's episode. I'm so sorry, my voice is cracked. My friend had her twin dedication today and I went all out shouting, screaming, thanking God. Okay, so please pardon me. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing my videos, dropping super thanks, joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. With that being said, let's go ahead and roll out the clip so that we can actually watch, and I'll be back with commentaries. I love you guys. Let's go watch.
An ICE agent detained a Hispanic man, and that Hispanic man turned out to be an undercover ICE agent. Bro, you can't make this shit up. You literally can't make it up. Do they not realize how stupid that sounds? Just because the guy looked Hispanic, that does not mean he is illegal. And he detained him, and he turned out to be an ICE agent himself. What a joke. Federal agents, by the way, these guys are trained by the government? The best of the best? Motherfucker, they're not the FBI. They're not the CIA. These guys are a bunch of clowns in suits. ICE is just hiring whoever. They reduced the age to 18. You can be 18 with just a high school diploma. They do no background checks, no questions. They don't do deep investigations like the FBI. You know, for feds, they're supposed to be federal agents. A news reporter signed up for ICE and she got accepted. Like, you literally, once you look up her name, you'll find out exactly who she is. And they still accepted her. That just shows you how dumb these recruiters be. They're hiring whoever. That shit was so funny, bro. I thought it was fake. And I looked it up. This shit is real. He really detained him. How much of a moron do you have to be to just profile any Hispanic or African or Black American? Racially profiling anyone that looks illegal, bro. Arabs, Asians, now they're getting beat them up. They're gonna beat them up and then drag them to the car. Like, what? They don't even ask for ID anymore. You just look illegal. Hey, let me see some ID. You ask why? You're cooked. You can't even ask why because they'll get on your ass. As MAGA says, if you're illegal, you have nothing to worry about. Well, they just beat the shit out of a 17-year-old kid. He's a legal citizen, by the way. They beat the fuck out of him, dragged him, and he turned out to be legal. 2026 America, by the way.
Because what you mean an ICE agent detained and arrested an off-duty Latino ICE agent who was at the gas station? So ICE ain't even safe from ICE.
ICE? And do you hate Border Patrol? Well, if you do, you're probably actually a racist. Did you know that 50% of Border Patrol agents are actually Hispanic or Latino? It is a minority white movement protecting our border from these illegals invading our country. And ICE? They're almost minority white. 22.8% of ICE agents are Hispanic, 16.7% are Black, and the rest of ICE is made up of other minorities. So if you attack ICE, you're going to be attacking our Hispanic and Black American patriots who are defending this country from illegals in this country who are invading our nation. Now, I do know some left-wing lunatic will eventually unalive some ICE agent. It's going to be something crazy. And the odds are that this person is going to be a minority. And the backlash is going to be so tremendous. Some white leftist is going to go up there, do something crazy, and assassinate some Hispanic American or some Black American, and
500 cigarettes.
Today, the Supreme Court has lifted any restrictions that ICE agents / Border Patrol had. For example, before, if you were speaking Spanish, they were not allowed to stop you to ask for your documents, if you're a U.S. citizen, or anything that had to do with detaining you, and especially your skin color. Now, since the ruling was lifted and now there's no restrictions, if they hear you talking Spanish, they're going to be able to pretty much ask you questions. Where you from? What's your name? How long have you been here? Are you a U.S. citizen? That is some very scary stuff because some people like to speak Spanish. For example, me, I like to speak Spanish all the time as well. Yes, I know my English. Yes, I'm a U.S. citizen, but I just love speaking Spanish. This most definitely means that now they're going to be coming with a little bit more full force and they're going to be detaining a lot more people because, like I said, a lot of people speak Spanish, especially in the Los Angeles area. The lawsuit was taking place here in Los Angeles after what happened in June, but now even in Los Angeles, if you're speaking Spanish, they will be able to detain you. Let me know what you guys think about all this down below in the comments. And like always, don't forget to follow for more viral news. Ciao.
I need people to stop being surprised when ICE agents are Latino, because the question of how could Latino people turn on their own like that, you are grouping a lot of very different cultures under the umbrella of Latino. Wondering how the Cuban community in Miami could possibly have anything against the Mexican community in El Paso is sort of like wondering how the United States could ever go to war with Great Britain. Aren't they the same color and speak the same language? I know someone who almost failed Spanish in high school despite the fact that his mother is a first-generation immigrant and they spoke Spanish in the home. And the reason for this was because his mother was from Colombia. And I forget where the teacher was from, but it wasn't Colombia. And she was so mad about his Colombian pronunciation and grammar that she almost failed him out of the class. If you understand how someone who speaks Oxford English could easily be bigoted against someone who speaks African-American vernacular English, even though they are both English, then you should easily be able to understand why there would be Latinos in ICE. And I can't speak on the specifics of exactly who has beef with who, because obviously I am not Latino, but as someone with a primarily white audience who is seeing way too much confusion, I have to tell you that you're giving off, they all look the same.
People are upset because Trump said the majority of ICE is Hispanic. Which is factually true, it is. And I don't know why people are upset, because the majority of our illegal immigrants are from the south of us. They're from Latin America. So yeah, obviously you would want people that speak that language, or, you know, Latin American or at least Spanish speaking, to deal with that population. Why wouldn't you want them to understand the culture and speak the language? That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, duh. And I think the reason why people are upset is because they're not able to separate laws from identity. Like, there is a difference between Latinos that came into America legally and those that didn't. There's no way that somebody's going to wait, you know, in some cases 5-10 years to come into the country, pay thousands of dollars in immigration fees and lawyers and all that stuff, come into America the right way, go through the whole process, and then be happy that somebody just came in through the border illegally. Nobody is going to be happy about that. The same way me as a black man who works hard, built my own business, I've never been to jail. I'm not going to stand in solidarity with those breaking the law just because they're black. What are we talking about here? And the concept that America is the only nation on earth that cannot enforce its immigration. Like, I'm in Thailand right now. I'm not even in America. We're in Thailand. I have an American passport. My fiance has a European passport. Before we came into Thailand, we had to fill out what they call an arrival card. We had to put the hotels we're going to be staying in, the flights we're coming in on, the flights we're leaving on. They wanted to see proof of funds while we're in the country to make sure, you know, we can spend money while we're here and that we have enough money to sustain us. When we got to the border, they wanted to see all of that. They wanted to see bank accounts. They want to see our address, our Airbnbs, hotels, everywhere we're staying. And then they let us into the country. And even that, we didn't have so much of a long interview because we've already been here before. So every single country, and that's the case for whether I went to Brazil, Peru, everywhere I've went, Morocco, they want to see when you're coming, when you're going, because that's how immigration and that's how tourism works. I've traveled to dozens of countries. That's how every country works. Even when I'm in Europe, when I go to Europe, I can only stay 3 months within a 6-month period. I have to make sure I'm conscious of my days, because if I'm not, I can end up getting deported from the country and getting banned. I'm very conscious of that as America. Why is America the only country in the world that's not allowed to enforce its immigration laws? That makes no sense. And again, if I'm speeding down the road and a black police officer pulls me over and gives me a ticket, I'm not like, man, it'd be your own people. No, I broke the law. That's what's...
I'm going to talk about my experience with ICE agents when I was arrested at my green card interview. Before I start, I want to make it very clear that I know the way some of these ICE agents treated me is not the norm. I don't know if it's the color of my skin, or the fact that I speak fluent English, or the fact that my attorney was present when I was detained. I know that many people have different experiences. I also want to make it clear that even though I was not physically or sexually abused, saying that they treated me respectfully is a stretch. I was detained by 3 ICE agents at my green card interview, and the whole time they were reassuring my husband that they were going to treat me with respect and that they know I'm not a criminal. And they kept saying, we're going to treat your lady with respect, you have nothing to worry about, everything's going to be okay. Once we left the interview room, one of the ICE agents kept saying the same things over to me, that they know I'm not a criminal, and this is just something that I have to go through. Since I did nothing wrong, I was going to be able to be released in a couple days, but unfortunately, this is just a process that I have to go through. That same ICE agent started speaking to me in Spanish and said, lo que están haciendo está... basically saying that what they're doing is wrong. While they were walking me to the basement of the federal building, they kept trying to make small talk with me. They asked me if I played soccer growing up, if I've ever been back to Peru, if my husband's been to Peru, if my husband has tried Peruvian food, just a whole bunch of questions about myself. I remember being so mad, like, how dare they speak to me normally when this is the most traumatic day of my life. If you're in this situation, you do not have to answer any questions that ICE asks you. Even if it just comes off as small talk, you can just refuse to talk and do not say anything. Another ICE agent escorted me to the van that was in the underground parking structure of the federal building. And as we're walking, he says that I have nothing to worry about, that since I got detained at my green card interview, this is just a process I have to go through for a couple days, but I should be glad because my green card will come a lot faster once I'm released. Once I got to the federal building, they started processing me and asking me for a lot of my information. While I was in the cell, one of the agents called me back to get more information from me. The agent looks at me and says, "Oh, I think we have your daughter's passport." And I'm like, I don't have a daughter. And he's like, oh, well, whose passport is this? And he holds up my passport. This is the passport I used to enter the US, and I was 4 years old, so I'm a baby in the picture. When he holds it up, I say, oh, that's me, that's not my daughter. He looks at it and he goes, oh, this is how old you were when you entered? And I say, yes. And he says, and they got you? They arrested you? A couple hours later, another agent calls me back to get more information. He asked me where I was detained, and I said my green card interview. And he says, you're kidding. We're really kidnapping anyone now. That moment and that whole conversation with him is ingrained in my head because of everything he said. He was just in such disbelief that I was being detained. I was detained Monday morning, so fast forward to Tuesday morning, I was finally at the detention center. So I got sent to the Otay Mesa Detention Center in San Diego, and while I was being processed, one of their officers called me to get more information from me. So I sit down and he has to take a picture of me, get my fingerprints, get more information from me, and he's speaking Spanish to me and he says a word that I don't know. He said the word thumb in Spanish, which I didn't know what it meant, and so I look at him and I'm trying to figure it out, and then I ask him if he could say it in English, and he's like, oh, do you understand English better? And I was like, yes, can we just speak in English? And he's asking me questions about where I live, what I do for work, what my husband does, and so I tell him that I have a master's degree and I'm a marriage and family therapist. And he looks at me and he says, you're a therapist? And I say, yes. And he says, why are they detaining people like you? We should be asking for people like you that can help us to come into the country. And he says, you don't have to worry, you'll be out in a couple days. We've been seeing people get detained from their green card interviews, and the process goes by really fast for them. So these are just a few of my interactions with ICE agents and officers at the detention center. And I know not everybody has experiences like this. I also have experiences that weren't this nice or respectful. I remember everything from that week that I was detained so vividly, and so I'm gonna try and talk about this as much as possible.
¿Ustedes iban con ellos? También a tu papá y a tu mamá les cascaron, pinches perros!
They were coming from Mass. They had just gone to church so that God would protect them, so that they would not be separated from their children. This woman saw the van in the middle of nowhere on a busy highway. The door was open, so she wanted to see who was inside. Because what's happening a lot of times is that people are taken, they're being snatched off the streets, and vehicles are abandoned. So she thought it was just another vehicle that had been abandoned by another ICE raid. To her shock is that there were children inside that van. Before you come to me and asking me for empathy, where is your empathy? Where is your outrage? Children should not be left alone to mend for themselves in a busy highway. By the way, the children had an older sibling, and the agents could have said, you know what, let's leave the older sibling with them so that he can take care of the children. No, they took him too. Yeah, and they left those children vulnerable for any criminal to go in there and take them. If it hadn't been for this woman, we could be looking for their bodies right now.
A
ver, cuando entré al país tuve mi corte.
Okay.
Ya fue cerrada.
Okay.
Sí.
¿Y no te dijeron nada?
No, no.
Después de eso. Ok, ahorita porque estás aquí ilegalmente, no tienes nada de estar aquí.
Bueno,
ya
vamos.
revisamos todo. En tu caso no tienes nada de como récord para estar aquí en los Estados Unidos. Ok, so ahorita te vamos a poner en detención, te van a procesar el caso de nuevo y de ahí ellos van a decidir.
Vamos a ahorrarnos tiempo.
¿Ah?
Vamos a ahorrarnos tiempo.
¿Cómo?
Vamos.
¿Es de verdad?
Sí, claro. Somos residentes los dos.
Ok, déjame revisar eso, ¿ok?
Ok.
Permíteme un momento. ¿Por qué no necesitas
Dame la tuya, ¿ven?
esta de principio?
¿Cómo?
¿Por qué no me...?
No, porque me pidió el ID y pienso que el ID también hasta la fecha esa, ¿sabes? Es
No
legal.
estoy diciendo que no es real,
No,
nomás estoy...
somos residentes.
Hey, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. He doesn't have to say anything. He hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't done anything wrong. He has not done anything wrong. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. First name is crime. First name is crime. First name is crime. He has not done anything wrong, sir. Yes, I am. So please. Name is crime. No, name is crime right now. I do not stand. Give me your badge ID number right now. Right here. No, say it. I need you to say it.
Right here, Delta 272.
All right, I need your name too.
United States Customs and Border Protection.
All right, I need your name too, though.
I'm here doing an investigation, trying to find out if you guys are here illegally in the United
No,
States.
no.
Okay? And if you're...
Name is crime, and then I need you guys' badge numbers and names, please.
Get out of the car, sir.
No. Hey. Stop. Usted resistes, por favor. No, andaban a cantar. Hey.
Get back in the fucking truck.
All right, but hey.
Get back in the fucking truck.
Hey.
Get back in the truck.
Hey, you guys not supposed to take him like that. Don't talk. Hey, you're not supposed to do forceful like that, man. What's up with you guys? I'm a U.S. citizen. Come on.
It's fine. Just stay put.
All right, we'll put. But you guys don't have to try.
ICE is using children as bait. Now, I do apologize, guys. I am not feeling very well. I am very sick. But when I saw this disgusting and disturbing news, I could not say anything. This is Liam Ramos, a 5-year-old Minnesota boy who was used as bait to arrest his father. Now, Liam was sitting in a car, private property, mind you, when ICE agents approached the car, opened the car without permission, and took Liam out. They then took Liam against his will to the house and made him knock on the door to see if there was anybody inside. This is the image of that happening. And again, this is private property. They did not have permission to do this. This is the face of innocence being taken away. And the worst part is, according to multiple reports, Liam's family was doing it the right way. They were doing the process correctly. Liam's family didn't come to the US illegally. They have never been convicted of any crimes. There was no deportation order. All I can say is that this image will go down in infamy in history. But there you have it, guys. Just like the IDF, ICE is now using children as bait. But
I'm scared for my parents to walk out there their house because I might not be able to say goodbye to them if they go to work. I might not ever be able to say bye or see them again if you guys don't side with us. And I'm scared because of it, because they fought so hard to come here and choose a life for their kids. And I really hope you guys do hear what everyone in this room has been saying, and I hope you guys do side with us, because we are fighting for our rights. And we are getting treated like animals because people judge us by the color of our skin and the way that we talk. And we have a president that acts like a child and doesn't side with us because of the way he thinks about us.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? No.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? No!
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Where are you?
Okay, mal. That was bad. Oh, no Spanish. No Spanish.
I'm arresting you because of your accent.
I'm arresting you because of your accent. No! Play it again.
I'm arresting you
I'm
because
arresting
of your
you
accent.
because of your accent.
My family came here before I was born.
My family came here before I was born. I think that was good. One more time.
My family came
My
here before I
family
was
came
born.
here before I was born.
This is not about me. ICE will never turn on me.
This is not about me. ICE will never turn on me.
This is not about me.
Turn. I always have trouble with that word. Again.
This is not about me.
This is not about me.
ICE will never turn on me.
ICE will never turn on me. Turn.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands
Put your
behind your
hands
back.
behind your back.
So I woke up this morning and I received a message from a Latino guy who wanted to be anonymous. He didn't want me to put his name out there. But he shared a story with me about how ICE agents are penetrating their community undercover. I don't know if this is true, but I thought it's a story I should share with y'all because he shared it with me. He say ICE agents are going to work, they got their masks on, are deporting immigrants, citizens and all. Say then they are going home, dressing up to go out to kick it, cowboy hats, cowboy boots, going to these bars and these clubs where Mexicans at, and integrating with the crowd, asking questions about immigration. He say they act like they part of the group, but they trying to get information on where Mexicans and Latinos are at. So he say they goes in the party, they sing the songs, they drink the drink, they party and dance like they with the community, but they are doing research and talking to people on where to find the illegal immigrants at. He say then they get all the information that they need and they report to whoever and let them know where the Mexicans and Latinos are at. It don't matter if they illegal or they U.S. citizens because they need their numbers to be up. That's crazy that their own people would go deep undercover on some Sammy the bullshit to get information on where these illegal immigrants are housed at. These are their people. They in the club, at the bar, wherever, at gatherings with these people, like they friends with these people, but yet they using their community and where they hang out to try to get information on where immigrants are at. That's the bottom of the bottom scum for me. You can't find out where they at through the Trump administration because y'all arresting anybody. But yet Latinos who are ICE agents are penetrating their community and you don't know who they are because they have on masks. So you can't say, I saw you on TV, you're an ICE agent. They don't know who in their community is ICE agent. He say the biggest days are Fridays and Saturdays when these people are partying. That's when they infiltrate them at these parties on Fridays and Saturdays. I don't know if this is true, but I just wanted to share y'all the message he sent to me. But That's a damn shame that the people in their community that's working for ICE is deep undercover going to their community events trying to get information on where illegal immigrants are housed. That's where we at in America. When your own people don't give a damn about your own people, all you want is numbers and money. And come to find out, most of them ain't even fucking getting paid, but they turning their back on their communities for the fucking numbers. And y'all, 54% of y'all Latino men who voted for this shit, I remember y'all. Y'all the reason why Latino ICE agents are penetrating y'all damn community trying to get information. That's why they terrorizing and knowing where y'all at. According to this dude, they deep undercover. So y'all better watch y'all surroundings. Y'all better watch y'all surroundings.
Anyways, welcome back, guys. And honestly, these people are really funny. These ICE agents are really funny. I don't know if their training is not strong enough. I just feel like anybody can just, that is my own opinion, right? I feel like anybody can just be ICE agents. The moment you tell them that, oh, I can detain people, I can fish out the illegal immigrants, bam, you are good to go. You are an ICE agent. If not, let it make sense to me that most of these ICE agents will just go into undercover. Like, why are you guys going into undercover? Why are you guys not loving to review your face? Now you are detained as another undercover ICE agent because your fellow Hispanic ICE agents saw you and think you are an illegal immigrant as well. And it is no longer news that 99%, or let me not say 99%, at least 50 to 70% of ICE agents are Hispanics and Latinos. And this is them fighting against their race, because they are the one that really knows the people that are illegal. So the only thing they can just do is to go in, root them out, send them for deportation. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's just a whole lot of craziness, nonsense, and so on and so forth. How can ICE agents not even know that, oh, this person is his fellow ICE agent? Then the question I was asking myself is, did he not tell that person that actually came to arrest him that, oh, I'm also an ICE agent? Or the moment they detained him, he just kept quiet, blah, 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 like that. I just pray for Americans to go back to the American that we literally know, because honestly, every single day, what we see online is crazy. What we see online is not making sense. What we see online is not looking more like American is going backward every single day. Because for you to be an ICE agent, someone that will literally be able to deport someone, I feel like you should have a certain training that whenever I see you, or whenever, in fact, I don't need to know that, I don't need to ask you to know that you are an ICE agent. And I'm still asking questions like, why are they always on undercover? Because a lot of them love to be undercovered. I remember there was a time I brought out a video here where a woman literally have to call out ICE agents. Like, she brought out their list, over 1,500 plus their faces and the rest of that. It was a whole lot. It was really crazy, because at the end of the day, it was looking more like the woman was trying to like expose them. Oh, sorry guys. I get why they were uncovered, because what they are doing, they know that what they are doing is not right. I can tell you for a fact that most of them, what they are doing is literally not right. But it is quite crazy. It is hilarious, because I feel like if they are giving them the real training that FBIs are getting, they will really be able to act matured. These are one group that all through my life of studying American histories, they are not coordinated. They are not coordinated and organized. Is the same thing. There is just a whole lot that is happening around them. Either you see them just doing anything, they can just come up and pupil anybody. Someone that is supposed to be doing immigration can pupil anybody, and anything can just come out and come up. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just over talking or something. I don't know, but there is a way I feel, there is a burden I feel whenever I hear this ICE agent of a thing. And I just wish I can just do a particular video and just pour it out. But anyways, Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. Disclaimers: this is for educational purposes only, not to come here defame anyone or make anyone feel uncomfortable. But let me know what you think. Maybe probably very soon we'll start seeing an FBI detaining FBI that is undercover, something like that. I say, gents, please, you guys should do better. Honestly.